name's Gokul Solai. The company I work with is Novatio Solutions, and I'm the CEO and founder. Our business is a combination of innovation and automation. And essentially the way I describe it to people is about 30 years ago, if you look at the automobile industry, a lot of the work we did was physical. So we would put the wheels, the windshields on the car, and that was something that was repetitive that was done by humans. And so with the advent of modernization and robotics, we're able to replace that physical work that humans were doing. So if we fast forward to today, where a lot of the work we do is digital. Every day you go to work, you interface with a computer, work with multiple systems, go on websites, and a lot of that can be redundant as well. So we create these digital robots that actually mimic the work of humans. So, if you have to reply to a bunch of emails, from the medical side, which is where my background is, if you need to check your insurance or do billing, coding, auditing, you kind of have an extension of humans via these digital robots. And we've had a lot of success kind of allowing humans to do what they were hired for instead of these repeatable tasks. The greatest challenge is, one, keeping on top of technology. One thing I realized growing up is that I felt like I had all these brilliant ideas, and what I realized is that there's probably 1,000 people out there who have thought of them. So the biggest challenge is, having these ideas, but how do you actually implement them and make sure that you can differentiate yourself from competition? Especially now with the internet, obviously, and other ways of communicating information, there's no information gap. So making sure that we're constantly staying on top of the new technology trends, that's the biggest challenge. And along with that is retaining talent. Right now we have a good pool of people, but there's so much demand right now that we have to find unique and creative ways to keep them on board outside of just financial compensation. So our business is different from other organizations in this space, especially because we have about 28 years of experience. And a lot of companies right now in technology, they try to start up with the end goal of just getting out in a couple of years. So they'll spread all this vapor at you with the goal of saying, hey, they're not going to find out by the time things come around. So for us, we're founded in Chicago 28 years ago, and so we have a reputation to make sure that we uphold. And with our company as well, we don't do too much marketing, and we need to make sure that all of our sales or our clients are retained. So we have a 100% rate of retaining our clients. The other thing is like I said, we listen to what our client needs are, and we can kind of provide a boutique service. You can go to EY, Accenture, the Big Four, and they could give you what you need, but they're going to, once again, be prescriptive and charge you a bunch of money. Whereas we'll go in, collaborate with your team, and just work with your culture and be able to adapt with what you need instead of telling you what you need. The best advice I was ever given is, before you go and talk to a client or anyone you're interacting with, always ask them what they're trying to accomplish. Initially I would go in, I would have this whole speech rehearsed, and I would go in and I'd realize, hey, that's not what they wanted, or that's not how I interpreted it. So there's no reason to be prescriptive. I was told to go in, listen to what the client wants, and don't keep in the back of your head, hey, I have to say this, I have to say this line. It's something I thought was really cool and it's going to be impactful, but it's really not. Be yourself, listen to them, and interact. A client is just like a friend, and that's how you want to keep it. So talk to them just like you'd speak with a friend.